This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Way Forward, makers of River City Girls 2 and the recently released Double Dragon 2 DLC. Come join the bros as they enter into the River City Girls franchise. Check it out now.
Channel 3 is the future.
Welcome, crew, to What Are Your Three, a Channel 3 podcast where we take a member of the Channel 3 community, discuss 3 games of their choosing, go through some honorable mentions and some other odds and ends for a nice little video game discussion. I'm Dan. With me, as always, Ray.
What's going on, everybody? Tonight's guest, we had Rad Dead on a little while back, and of course, we had to get the better half on. It's Pringles with 4 S's. Let's make that very clear. It is Pringles with 4 S's. Pringles, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. How about y'all?
It's my first day back to work.
I'll be better if you let me hit the button that changes it just to Pringles. Why did it end up becoming It's Pringles? Like, what happened here?
I had to have a certain number of letters, so I had to just add 5 S's at the end.
So by the time this episode comes out, it's going to just be Pringles. I'm hitting that button as soon as this episode is done. And unless there's a Pringles game I'm not aware of, like there's a Chex game, then we're good.
Chex Quest, great game, classic. Pringles.
Free on Steam now. Oh, is Ray changing it now?
No, I'm checking to see if there's a game.
Just see what channel3.gg/Pringles shows up as.
Yeah, let's see. Well, there is a Pringles can table game, apparently.
Okay, that's interesting.
We can work around that. That's not a problem.
By Pringle Business, the board game. That's another. So that has nothing to do with the chips, by the way. Pringle's a company. Pringle, learn with fun. This has nothing to do with what we're talking about tonight.
All right, so by the time you're hearing this, it's no longer It's Pringles. It's just Pringles. So we're good.
Pringles. That's fine with me.
I'll lock it in as soon as this is done. But that's not what we're not here to discuss the specifics of your username. We're here to talk about video games. And you sent us your list of 3 video games, and we're going to start off with the first, Fallout 76. So the latest entry in the Fallout universe, which means it's now 6 years old. But Again, it's still slightly more up to date than the Elder Scrolls are at this point. But it's just anniversary November 14th, actually. So it's officially 6 years. Has a strangely enough a 3.5 stars on Channel 3, but this is one of those games that an MMORPG that started off a little slow and picked up steam. And I feel like it's only gotten better through time. But where did you pick up the game? Out of curiosity, like at what point?
I played before November 14th. I played the beta. I think I played the day the beta came out. That's when I started playing.
Okay, so I know we're talking another Fallout game after this, so I don't want to cross too far into territory touching another game. So you already were familiar with Fallout by this point, and they said Fallout MMORPG and you were in. Is that what was going on?
Oh yeah. I was definitely into Fallout games. I've played every Fallout game so far except Fallout 2, which is crazy. I would say that Fallout 76 would probably be the best Fallout besides New Vegas. But yeah, so I'm definitely familiar with it.
So they've put out updates. They've put out, various storylines through the course of time, but generally you're wandering through Appalachia, which is, frankly, not too far off from that territory as it exists today. I think you can pretty much get an idea of what Appalachia looks like in the Fallout universe from what it looks like now. It's not too dissimilar. So,
no, they have they have the White Springs in Fallout 76, and they have the tours for White Spring in real life in West Virginia. It's not called White Springs. I'm not really sure what it's called in real life, but I know they do the tours, and they have the Appalachia tours as well that you can do. Yeah.
So you've been in this through the beginning. So how was it when you first started? So you were in there for the beta and everything. What was your reaction when you opened it up? Obviously, it kind of kept going, and it's got the hours for you.
Yeah, I honestly, when it first came out, I was really confused. They didn't give clear instructions, sorry, on how to set your camp, where to really even begin. You do begin in flat woods, but I didn't know that. I ended up in a scrapyard, um, which is something I usually like level 20 or above would eventually run into. And I was level 1 in the beta, and I got my butt tore up. So yeah, I was confused, but I eventually learned the ropes of the game. Yeah, but it was overall, I enjoyed it from the first day. So
Has this
yeah,
been a steady play for you over the years?
at first, yeah, I would say it was a steady play, and then I finally took a break because the people I played the game with stopped playing. So I took a year break, and then honestly got back in it in July of this year.
So you're
Um,
part of the hive that the show kind of reignited everyone's fervor.
oh yeah,
I
yeah,
think the game hit a higher capacity than it had in its entire history, basically at that point. I think, right?
yeah.
See that?
There was a lot more players in Fallout 76, and um, I think I think it was higher than 3, if I'm not mistaken, which is one of the better ones. Um, but yeah, I did end up getting back into it because of the Fallout show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was an effective advertising campaign for the entire series. You saw 3, you saw 4, you saw 76. I don't know what. Again, 1 and 2 were entirely different entities with the ISO 3/4 overhead view, a little different than where the modern interpretation. I say modern. I mean, I get this. The series is over a quarter century old, but
yeah.
it's weird. Different than the first or third person view that we are used to today.
Oh yeah,
Um,
much different.
so highlights for you through the years. So they've had a number of episodes. They've had like the Mothman stuff. They've had different episodes or upgrades the same way most MMORPGs do. Any highlights through the course of time?
Um, I can't remember what it's called. Meat. Oh my god, what is it called? The when you get the meat for it's meat day, I guess, and then you see Graham butchering meat and stuff. I what is it called? I can't remember. I enjoy that. I enjoy that very much. I love doing those. And then the Mothman. I did collect a lot of the Mothman stuff. Um, yeah. And then eventually they introduced the Brotherhood, which I really enjoy. So
I did not partake in the pit in Fallout 76, but that was one they had as an expansion in
yeah.
Fallout 3, which I had to revisit when I moved to the greater Pittsburgh area and be like, okay, yeah, okay, this is accurate. But again, when you're looking at West Virginia, it's only 40 minutes to the border of West Virginia from Pittsburgh, so it's only fair that they revisited the pit in the
Yeah.
end. There was that one of the ones you hit up.
I did very, very little, to be honest. Yeah. I
That's
didn't
fair. It's
really
best. It's best to get out of Pittsburgh before they try and suck you into Primantes. It's okay. How about any of the new beasts that stuck out to you in this iteration? Monsters,
Mm,
beasts, challenges, anything that stuck out?
I mean the Death Claw, the Queen. I enjoy fighting the Queen in Cranberry Bog. Um I like to stick around Watoga. So when they drop the nuke, I get to get the Queen because they have rare items when you kill it.
What's your favorite item you've had?
Um I've had this since beta, believe it or not. It's the 2-shot combat shotgun. I have kept it from day one, and that's my go-to weapon as well.
That was my gun in Fallout 3. That was it. I don't think it was as good in 4, but the combat shotgun was just that was old reliable for me
Oh
in
yeah,
3. So I respect that completely.
And then the vampire weapons. I love the vampire weapons. I use the vampire light machine gun as well. It, it's very reliable. I could take a death claw out in probably 6 shots. So
What so it's been 6 years. You had a little bit of downtime, but you came back to it. What's given the game staying power? What was it, like 1,600? How many hours did you say was in this?
1,692 hours into the game.
Yeah, that'll do it. Like, what gave it such staying power, like to get that many hours in?
Honestly, the updates. When they brought in the overseer, that's really where most of my hours came because they have a lot of overseer missions. Um, and then they just kept adding more and more stuff. It was boring. I guess the first year or two, it was pretty boring after a while, and then I'd take little breaks every now and then. But when they brought the overseer in and brought all the missions with it, like that's when I really put in some hours.
I guess that's where a monster like Bethesda helps when it comes to putting out an MMORPG. You see so many
Yeah.
that, like, it's 6 months of just like meh, whatever, and like it's dead. They pull the plug on it, but Bethesda just gets to kind of push it through and keep it running
Yeah.
for the course of time.
Yep.
Your second game in the batch, we're going to stick in the Fallout universe, but we're going back to Fallout 4. Which Fallout was first for you? I have to ask that question now.
Fallout 1.
So were you there originally back in, is this going back in the day, or how did you find your way into it?
From an ex of mine, introduced me. He introduced me. I can't even remember what year it was. 2011, I think, is when I first started playing that game.
Also a while afterwards. So this
yeah,
is, I mean, we're nearing Fallout 4 territory by
Yeah.
that point.
yeah. But Fallout 1, it was
It's a different. It's just 3/4 ISO. It's overhead. It's a little bit more warped in the sense of humor. They toned it down a little bit, I think. Compared
they
to
did.
the olden days from a sense of humor perspective. Again, different company working on it now, but okay. So eventually you get to Fallout 4 though. I'm sorry, we're being interrupted now. Preston Garvey's telling us that assistance is needed. Another settlement. We'll have to pause and. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. Though it's like probably Fallout 4's most infamous. The meme of that game is basically Preston Garvey interrupting you in your wedding vows and telling you that a settlement needs assistance. But so okay, so you've been playing Fallout for a couple years, and here you go. There's a new Fallout coming out. Is that kind of the position you're in at this point?
Yeah, I'm definitely waiting for a new Fallout. If they make one, I'm not sure if they are, but
we'll get
see.
to hold on that. I meant your position in life when Fallout 4 comes out. You're ready for a new Fallout at that point?
Yeah, I was.
So it comes out and like you pick it up. What are you playing on, PlayStation, PC? What?
I was on PlayStation 3, I believe. Yeah. Is it PS3?
I think this one might have been 4. This one was 4, I think. I
was on 4. Yeah. I had to think about that. Yeah, I was on PlayStation 4 at that point. Yeah.
So you pick it up and what happened? Walk us through what happened.
Crying babies everywhere. No, we the guy, he comes to the door wanting to sell us a spot in the bunker. I argue with him back and forth. It doesn't matter how much you argue. I still have to accept the package.
But you just want to see what happened. Yeah.
Yeah. You just want to see what happens. I run the opposite way and I got blown up.
Oh my, so, wait, like right off the bat, you decided like, I'm not going to play along. I'm just going to.
Yeah. I just wanted to test the water some just to see. I got blown up, so went right back to the beginning of the game and started basically over. I had no choice but to go in the vault. But yeah, and I really enjoyed the storyline of Fallout 4 from that point.
Have you been to the greater Boston, Massachusetts area? Is this?
I have.
So is this a game where you're like looking around like, okay, it's a I know where I'm at. I know what's going on. Again, the geography is a little wonky with space and time. It's not perfect, but you've got landmarks in there.
It's the apocalyptic time as well, so I mean, some stuff isn't really as noticeable as in real life. But yeah, I had an idea where I was.
So this one introduced. So I joked about Preston Garvey and the settlements. I guess before I even bring that up, the first thing I remember sticking out to me in this game is you have a very early confrontation with a death claw, and the death claws got like a massive dose of steroids in this game, and suddenly they're like jumping side to side and getting out of the way. You're like, oh, you get early power armor, and suddenly power armor just has energy depletion in it. Like, okay, all right, I see how this is going to be. That's fine, no problem, I get it. And then suddenly you're fighting a death claw, and the death claw is like just, I'm like, I got a minigun and a death claw. Let's go, death claw, you're dead. And just like starts jumping side to side.
Got the minigun going into the random store in the town and taking out a death claw, and then you have air support and whatnot. Most of my time in Fallout, once I beat the storyline, it was building up Sanctuary and just irritating everybody.
Those are my questions. Like, what was your main spot, your main camp, your main location?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, just Sanctuary. Building up. I mean, I did beat the game. I found a son, and then now I'm just spending most of my time and effort in Sanctuary.
So spoiler wise, so again, your child is kidnapped immediately. As always, a vault is not a good thing in the Fallout universe, and you're cryogenically frozen. You watch your kid get snatched away while you're being frozen, and
your mother killed.
The mom gets killed, of course, or whatever your counterpart, depending on whatever you're playing as, they get whacked, and so be it. So then on you go with the game. So I have a couple questions. First of all, what faction did you ally with?
Brotherhood of Steel.
Okay, so you just went straight with the Brotherhood. This was a game that was a lot tougher than some of the other Fallouts. Were like, oh no, they're all terrible in this game. There's no.
Well, I started I was gonna do the Railroad, and then I betrayed them, and then went Brotherhood of Steel.
Were they? Did you accidentally betray them or on purpose betray them though?
I did it on purpose.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so my favorite ally is Paladin Dance. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. And then dog meat, of course.
Oh yeah, dog meat. There's no question about dog meat. Yeah, that's as I think you said in the quest, dog meat would take 100 bullets for you and continue keep on keeping on to save you.
Continue fighting for you. Yeah.
How did you handle the Institute?
I honestly was getting irritated with it. At first, when I went in, they had, I guess, a robotic child, and I thought it was mine. And I was like, oh, okay, I beat the game. And then it turns out I didn't. And then you have to basically join with your son, and I chose not to. Yeah, I didn't handle that too well.
I'm not going to lie. Like the Institute was the location of probably one of my highest manual save point locations in gaming history. Of just, I'm laying waste to this place just to get out frustrations. Like there are things I need to do to move the story along, but I can't stand this place. So I'm just going to lay waste to everybody. Make myself, just feel better about myself in this. So did you play through this multiple times, or did you just go through the one time and just continue to develop Sanctuary?
Just the one time, yeah. And then I started building up Sanctuary. Now it's a fortress, and I did end up getting some mods for unlimited carry, so I can carry like 999,000 pounds. So I've just been playing around with it.
So how did two Fallouts take two spots in your gaming list here?
Honestly, I like games that I can control. I can like Smash Brothers. It stresses me out because I mean,
I'm going to say Ray. You can see, you watch when Ray's going for the unmute. He goes. You got the tap right there. You got the tap.
Yeah.
He happy restrained.
You could tell like it was just real trauma with that game because
It is.
nobody can hold themselves from somehow bringing it up. But we
Look
talk
who my
about
husband is.
you play 2 Fallout games, and also it's like, but Smash Brothers really sucks.
It does. Look who my husband is. He's a NES player, and he does not let me win. So I get stressed out really easy just with him.
And
I
also
just can't wait till
your button scheme's a mess, and it's because of Fallout, right? Because of your PlayStation button.
Yeah, I have PlayStation controls on
Yeah.
Smash Bros. And Ryan hates it. And I love it.
It's impossible to follow. It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
My wife says the same thing. Her button scheme makes no sense at all.
I can't wait till I get the Smash Brothers sucks GIF reaction from Ray out of this episode. That's the highlight that's going to be coming out of this one.
But to answer your question, I like a game I can chill out with. Walk around and like do random missions. I'm cool with that. Like I said, just Mario Kart, Smash Bros. I can't do that. I don't really enjoy those games. I like to build things up. So like even Minecraft, I actually enjoy a little bit of Minecraft just because I like to build. So I guess that's really why I got into it. And I like to blow stuff up with hand grenades and,
Ray,
nuke up.
right up until the hand grenades, we had a perfect transition for you. But I'm gonna step away at hand grenade. You can figure out how to clean that up. What was like a perfect transition until hand grenades came in.
Oh, sorry.
This game, the next game had some explosive moments. It had
Note to Nintendo, add hand grenades to this game.
Oh man, game number 3, Animal Crossing. We're talking about New Horizons, though, right?
Yes.
That's the one you played, New Horizons. You put a quest 350 hours in New Horizons. So this is during COVID time, right? 2020.
Yeah.
By Horizons. Tell us about Animal Crossing.
Really, I named my island Mooville. It has no reasoning behind it. I just like cows. I did nothing during COVID but play Animal Crossing and Fallout. But during COVID, I raided other people's, I guess, free islands where you could go and get like random stuff for free for your island. And I built my island up, and I did nothing but that. And I pretty much have stuck with the same characters on my island since.
You have this down as your most relaxing game.
It is a very relaxing game. If I want to chill, that's what I play. Yeah.
Or you can add hand grenades to it.
Oh, you get hand grenades.
Unfortunately, Nintendo doesn't allow hand grenades in Animal Crossing.
They allowed them in Smash Brothers.
I know.
I'm gonna say that Snake throws some hand grenades out there, so it's possible. Are you still playing? Do you still turn this game on?
What, Animal Crossing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I played today. I hadn't played probably in a month, and my island characters were screaming at me, "Where have I been? You should let us know when you leave. Don't do it again." Yeah.
What is there to do at this point in the game for you?
I've been building the resort for my island. I like to build their houses. I can also build my houses, farm my characters on my personal island. Then I go to the resort and I have a job, and basically I'm a real estate agent at that point. And I build their houses for them however they want them. They have, I think, 3 key things that they want in their house, and I have to make sure I add that into their house. Yeah, so I enjoy it. It's fun.
When you first started playing, what was like the most important thing for you to do in the game? Was it building your house? Was it like doing the interior? Was it fishing? Was it the turnip stock exchange? What was your focus when you first started the game?
I would say my focus was building up my house and then finding resources. chopping down trees, picking up the grass, trying to find like certain plants and fruit that I would say, yeah, I would say picking up resources and building my house. Yeah.
Did you play the stock exchange? Were you there? Were you on Discord servers checking to see how much the turnips would sell for?
I'm in a Facebook group who does it. Every Sunday, I get my turnips, and then throughout the week, I try and get over 400 bales for my turnips. I am unfortunately part of that stock exchange.
Did you pull a bad time travel though? I need to know that.
No.
You never ended up with a pile of rotten turnips from a bad time travel. Good for you.
No, I haven't.
I never believed in time traveling myself. I was too afraid. I know Mr. Rossetti was gone by New Horizons, but I was too afraid of Rossetti to screw with time travel. Too many people I know like lost millions in the turnip market by the stock exchange by messing with time travel, going backwards when they should have gone forward, or going forward too far, and all their turnips were just shot. They were done.
No, I don't think I've ever done that. No, I always sell my stocks, or always sell my turnips with probably within the first 2 days. And I have time traveled before though, so go back to Christmas a couple times and see what I can get from them.
I didn't realize the time traveling was still a thing with the Switch game. I figured the clock was kind of settled in. I don't know the GameCube. People did it all the time. Also, I didn't know
you disconnect from the internet, right? That's what.
Yeah, I guess so. I never did it.
What am I on? I'm on the northern hemisphere, I think is what I am on. So on my island here in the southern hemisphere, it would have been winter, but on my island it's summertime right now. So I'm picking up the summer shells and all the summer stuff, even though we're still celebrating Christmas and whatnot, which is fun. Yeah. Yep. All my characters are happy characters. I don't like grumpy characters on my island either. Yeah, I had to get rid of what's his name? Axel. Yeah, I had to get rid of him. He was too grumpy for me.
So you've established utopia. Everybody's happy. Everyone's having a good time on your island. life's good.
Yeah, Sly's the best.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on. You have to the honorable mentions. There was one more game that you wanted to talk about here. Clash of Clans. Clash of Clans, Supercell's first big hit.
Oh yeah.
It is the top grossing app of all time still, apparently. I was surprised by that. I thought I was going to see Minecraft up there, but apparently Clash of Clans. There's probably no app that I've seen more commercials for than Clash of Clans. How long have you been playing Clash of Clans?
Since 2013.
Oh, almost the beginning, basically.
Almost the beginning, yeah. I know it came out in August of 2013, and I want to say I started playing it in December of 2013. I still have all the Christmas trees, and they do the holiday trees and everything. I have all of mine surrounding my island from the last 11 years. Yeah.
How often are you still playing? Is this something you still turn on your phone?
I play every day.
Oh, you play every day.
I play every day, yes.
So are you are there levels to this? Are you like level 1 million at this point after 11 years in?
I am on, I think I'm level 498. Yeah.
So this is like this is approaching like Candy Crush.
Yeah.
Like levels of dedication. See, I was gonna say dedication. You chose the word addiction.
It's just fun. It takes forever though to build up your island. Like if you want to like build walls, it's I think my walls are like 4 million right now to build one wall, and I have 300 walls. So it takes quite a bit of time to build up your island. My island's nice, or sort of.
So you talk about the building part. How often are you battling? Because you talk about how much you're building.
I battle almost every day. Yeah.
How long does a battle take? It's like you're playing one a day, or is it so you
Like
get a couple in a day, or?
it takes about 2 minutes.
Oh, these are quick.
Yeah, it's a quick battle. Depending on how strong your characters are. I think I have upgraded to the max as much as I can for my town hall level. Yeah, it's a fairly quick.
Did you ever join a clan, or has this just been kind of a solo adventure for you?
I have joined several clans. My clan right now is the Irish Seekers. I'm not sure why I joined them, but I mean they've been good to me. They donate, and they have helped me gain some levels. I will say they have the clan wars and everything, so you get XP for if you win the clan wars and whatnot. But yeah, so most of it I was solo, I would say, but I have joined a few clans, and I've made a couple Facebook friends from Clash of Clans as well. So yeah.
It's so when you're doing these battles, because you've been playing for so long, are you still? Is it still challenging, or do you steamroll people a lot, or is there enough of other people kind of at your level that you still have a nice challenge to it?
Usually when you're doing a battle, they try to equal your level.
Mhm.
So I do have some challenge, but it's not as hard as it was, like it was in the beginning. Since everything is max, just about. I mean, I could literally just wipe out an island and probably less than a minute. I keep saying island. It's a base. I'm stuck on the Animal Crossing.
Roll with it. It's fine. You're good. All right, well, let's talk about a future game you're looking forward to, and that game, as we alluded to earlier, is Fallout 5-ish, give or take. A game that, unlike Elder Scrolls 6, we haven't really gotten a sniff of, because the official stance of Bethesda is, we'll talk about it after we get to Elder Scrolls 6, which I believe is dated for 2026, so grab a Snickers, it's going to be a while.
Oh, yeah.
But you're looking forward to new Fallout.
I am looking forward to a new Fallout. I hope it's somewhere fun. I have an idea of where I would want Fallout to be taking place in.
Which is where?
Hollywood. Like Los Angeles, Hollywood. Could you just
go straight,
imagine?
No general California, go straight into the heart of it.
Straight into the heart of it. Could you imagine all the goals being celebrities?
Oh, it's got to be wasted, though. That's the problem. Like, you got to find one of those, like, cities that's just not one of them. Like, LA's got to be just rubble and dust. That's why.
Yeah.
Oh, plus isn't LA technically isn't that the one they rebuilt in Fallout 1 or 2 anyway? I think there's something canonically, like, LA's wasted twice over now, possibly, with the show. I don't even know anymore, but
I honestly,
maybe in Pringles' world, LA survives. Who else is on the list for Pringles to get a Fallout game?
New York.
Oh wow, you just want to go into all the big ones, huh?
I just want to go from West Coast to East Coast. I want the big cities. I don't want the little Appalachia, West Virginia. I mean that's fun, but I want a big city. I want to see 100 goals running at me at once, just so I could just grenade every one of them, or
them in the subways,
or the mini nuke. I love the mini nuke. So yeah.
Shout out to the fat man and not blowing yourself up at the same time. Not an easy task.
Too many times to count.
My first experience in Fallout 3 was blowing myself up with it. Oh, okay. I guess I can't just fire this directly at the ghoul in front of me and not nuke myself too. Okay,
not expect yourself to live. Yeah, I blew myself up earlier playing Fallout.
Yeah, that it's fresh in your mind today.
It is. It is.
All right. Well, here's hoping we get a sniff of Fallout 5 before 2030. I don't think it's going to happen, but here's hoping.
I don't think it is either. I mean, it's been in the talks, but then they stopped talking about it, and they're kind of bringing it up now. Yeah, I see.
Everything's wait for Elder Scrolls 6, then we'll get to it.
Yeah.
Which it was only a few years. What was it? It was 3 years between Skyrim and Fallout 4, maybe something like that.
I have no idea. I've never really played Skyrim.
Oh yeah, it was. I think, but Skyrim was 2011 and Fallout 4 was
2011.
2014, maybe something like that. Look at this. Ray's on it. Ray's like
2011, Fallout was 2015. 4 years.
4 years. Okay, so maybe
4 years.
before 2030, we got a shot.
25 and 29. Could do it, right?
26 and
26?
30.
Oh,
Oh, no,
26,
it's 26 and 30. Oh, never mind.
26 and 30. There you go. Now we know.
I'll be in the ground. It's fine. All
Oh, don't
right.
say that.
On to a question we've picked from the history books for you to discuss. And
Oh,
you know
Lord.
what? We grazed the Smash conversation, but I'm just going to bring us into it. Since you didn't really bring up Smash and we only touched around it, who was your first Smash Brothers main?
Simon. And I was horrible with him.
Why
Yeah.
Simon though?
I don't really know. He's a Belmont brother. So I was like, that would be fun to play. And then he has the chain and everything. And then the holy water or the holy cross or the cross. I thought he was fun to play until he wasn't fun and I was getting my butt kicked.
Then you
Yeah.
watch Texafornia play it and you're like, nope, I'm done. I can't
Yeah.
do what he does.
Can't suffer with this.
No, he was the reason I
can't either.
quit Simon.
I can't either. Last question. What's been your favorite feature on Channel 3?
I would say the ticket redemption, especially for what is it? Turbo. I would say Turbo ticket redemption. I just got Turbo, so I never knew what I was missing out on until I got it. You get a lot cooler things having Turbo, and I like supporting Channel 3. I like supporting the guys well, I say guys, the people I've met, and supporting, to be able to do things like, podcasts. Plus I like getting cool gifts and t-shirts.
And with that, we've made it to the end of another What Are Your 3 podcast. Thank you, Pringles, with 4 S's, but only for a little bit longer. You can find the podcast at c3.gg/podcast, dropping every Wednesday morning at 3:33 a.m. Eastern on all the major platforms, including Spotify, YouTube Music, and Apple Podcasts. I'm Ray. Dan puts this all together. Our theme song is by Caster Garden. And for our executive producer, Joel Willis, have a good day, everybody.
And it's now Pringles.
Boom.
So when you log back in, you're gonna have to log in as Pringles.
Okay.
That's it. We're done with this. It's Pringles nonsense.
Are you
Problem
sure?
solved.
Well, no. You changed her tag, but her name is still Pringles with 4 S's.
That's fine. It doesn't matter.
I think
don't care
this is
about
my
that.
profile.
It's just the at. You just want the at to be Pringles.
The ad
with
is
a
now
single S.
Pringles. That's all. I don't need the it's Pringles. I don't need Pringles. It's just Pringles. We're done. We're fixed. Problem solved. Cool. That'll
So
be
do
a lot
y'all want
easier.
some fun facts about my games? I
Yes.
should have added those. So I wrote them down earlier because I would forget because
Oh God, she brought notes. Oh God.
I did. Beckett. So from Fallout 76, Beckett,
West Virginia. Oh,
West
wait.
Virginia.
Yeah.
Beckett. Beckett is the guy who is a drunk and sells alcohol to me at my vendor at my house. So Beckett and Commander Dog Ear are the only ones that you're able to romance in that game. They can hook up in the game, and it's very disturbing.
I got nothing.
And then in Fallout 4, Mama Murphy, she can die. She's the old lady who sits in the chair in Sanctuary.
Oh.
Yeah, she can die. But she can only die when you complete the game.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You have to give her 5 jets and she overdoses. I like that. Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then I don't think I have an Animal Crossing fact. I'm sorry.
Yeah, nobody overdoses on made-up drugs in that game, like on fictional meth in that game.
Channel 3 is the future.